report direct to General MacArthur's headquarters in Brisbane, GHQ.
Well, now, thank heaven, the war's soon going to be over.
Now, you watch it, matey, you watch it. I might finish up being your commanding officer. Landlord, set him up for all present. The drinks is on the boomer.
Don't make me laugh, I've got a split lip.
And what does that mean?
It means bunk off, you flaming no-hoper. You couldn't buy drinks if they were a penny a dozen.
That's so.
Oh, he's a good bloke, this one. He doesn't care what he spends when he's got nothing.
And what's crawling on you?
Now, don't go off at me, old son, or I'll give you what Paddy gave the drum.
You couldn't do it in the time, Paddy. Look, you couldn't knock a sick fowl off a wire fence on a windy day.
Father Flanagan, you've got dirty dentures.
Heavens! I just soaked them.
Soaking's not enough. That's why your dentures are dirtier than they should be. Brushing with denture cream cleans denture film much better. Look, when
The police could have been nicer. Slap on the wrist, little speech about associating with bad company. Yeah. Everybody agreed to pay for their share of the glass. We were out on the street again by 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, what happened to the guy that started? What'd he get?
He got out the back door while the riot squad was coming in the front. Oh, that rude crew running traffic. What's so funny?
Oh, that is beautiful. Just beautiful.
I've been meaning to talk to you about your sense of humor, kid. Beautiful.
These are the Biedermeier Straits, and this little island is North Gundy.
That's where you'll be going. This is one of the so-called neglected areas of the Pacific, so these charts may be a little out of date. However, you'll be carrying a passenger, an Australian civilian named McKye. He was fairly familiar with these waters before the war.
Here is the purpose of your trip, gentlemen. You ever see this stuff before? Taste it.
Oh, good. I didn't think anything could be worse than Tyler's coffee.
Called the Devil's Whip. Parasitic vine, I understand, looks a little like wisteria with whiskers. Now, we don't know where else this nauseous stuff is to be found, but we do know it grows on North Gundy. Try a little of that. Thank you.
We need about 8 tons of the bark and some cuttings for propagation.
You mean besides a Mickey, that stuff has another use?
When the Japanese took the Dutch East Indies, they captured over 75% of the world's quinine supply. Ever since then, there's been a desperate search for a quinine substitute. If we don't win the fight against malaria, we may well lose the war against Japan.
But who says this will do the job, sir?
Mr. McKye. He claims to have had a remarkable experience with the stuff. Come in, sir.
Thank you, matey. I have legs. Well, I was saying, before the present hostilities outbroke, I used to be a gentleman trader up in them waters, and what a piece of cake it was, too. You know, you could go in there with anything you had. How about a little light, matey? Yeah, anything at all. And then come back loaded to the plimsolls with everything from tortoiseshell to copra.
You got a very familiar face, mate. Who hung the shiner on you?
Mr. McKye, about the malaria, there's an urgency
Coming. Well, now, traveling around the world as I have, I've had every known ailment from brown typhus to the Chinese toe rot. But that North Gundy malaria, that's the pick of the basket. But you know, it so happened, them natives knew about this stinking vine, see? I've been laying around for weeks, laying there sweating like a pig, and then suddenly I'm all over it. So I said to this flaming witch doctor, I said, now, look at you, something up an horrible fella. Whatever that hogwash is you've been pushing into me, you're the better man what I am, Gunga did. Mind you, I was still a little bit...
Thank you, Mr. McKye. Gentlemen, I think we've covered everything. The ship is cleared to sail at midnight.
Gents, I've enjoyed our little tea and tattle immensely. But there's one bit we haven't covered at all yet. What about the Ute? The Ute? Yeah, the ready. Spondylix.
He's trying to say money.
Now, look. It's my little island and my little vines, and the question is, how much for the merchandise?
Now, hold on, Digger. Just take it easy. A minute ago, you were saying the vines were nothing but weeds.
Yesterday they was weeds. Today they's medicine. And how much medicine can you buy today for, say, $8 a pound?
$8 a pound?
Mr. McKye, are you aware that we're in a war?
Wait a minute. Just whose side are you on?
Why, that's $128,000.
Well, it ain't much if you say it quick.
Admiral, I've seen this bum before. Those weeds are probably just as phony as he is. Why don't we leave the vines where they are and throw this creep back in jail?
Well, Mr. McKye, if we were talking about some realistic figure, say 8 cents a pound.
Well, thank you for them kind words, sir. And seeing that you've come up 8 cents, I'll come down 8 cents.
The word from upstairs, and that's the final word, is $3 a pound. Is that agreeable?
Ah, well, better than a slap in the belly with a wet fish.
And then I says to MacArthur, I says, General, we must have met before because I never forget a face. It turned out, you know, we'd been at school together.
Get along with this code, will you? He's got to have put the fangs in some poor mug. He's done up there like a flaming Christmas tree.
I would have head like a Christmas beetle.
Yeah, pretty good, ain't it, eh? Neat, but not gaudy. Chic, but not bazaar.
Come on, now, he's getting awful loud. Let's get him out of here before he starts something.
A bloke that tells lies like you do ought to be stumped. If that's so,
It's a good idea, kid, but I think you're a little late. Now, if anyone hollers coo-ee, you just duck.
Coo-ee, she's on again!
Ooh-wee, what are you talking about?
Three cheers and a tiger, matey. How's your poor old feet? So he says to me, Sergeant Major, he says, we can't do it. Not in this flaming heat, we can't. Assemble the old company, says I. And there they was, standing around just like a row of shags on a rock. Listen, you horrible men, says I. You might have broke your mother's heart, but you ain't gonna break mine.
Thought you said you were in the Navy.
Now, look, don't wake it up, Sonny, but I've been in everything except a maternity hospital. Well, there they was, standing up like shags on a rock, see?
What do you do now, Boomer?
Oh, I ain't allowed to say, matey. One of the strictest rules of British military intelligence. What old sinner, and how's your poor old feet?
Itching, especially my right toe.
Hey, that's pretty good, but you want to watch that big toe, you might have the foot rot.
Hello, Skipper. How's your two bloody feet?
Well, they're bearing up equal strain, matey.
You know, when we get back, we're going to have to put the whole crew in for the Navy Cross.
Why? What'd they do?
It's not what they did, it's what they didn't do. They've been with Loudmouth a whole month. They haven't thrown him in the drink yet.
Oh, you know, I've been kind of waiting for him to draw straws for the privilege. Major, we'll be pulling into North Gundy tomorrow.
Who said so?
The Boomer. And the charts.
Well, that makes it 1 for and 1 against.
I kind of deal in souvenirs on the side a little bit. Nagurski Enterprises, Incorporated. Listen, I hear that a lot of those friendly natives, they kind of shrink each other's heads. That sounds to me like the manufacturing collector's item, huh? I mean the kind of thing you could use in a window display. All inside Navy regulations, of course.
Well, it's fair possible you might be able to do a bit of business. After you cut in them blokes what has a monopoly for dealing with the natives.
Huh? Who's that?
The Boomer, matey. Who else?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I earned their undying loyalty in the good old days. You know, when they had to look to me for their trade, they had everything from Norwegian sardines to lemon squash. Now all they got's coconuts, sweet potatoes, fish, pigs.
Pigs? With tusks?
Well, now, come to think of it, I think the males did have tusks. I think it was the males.
What do you think, kid?
Seems awful quiet.
Yeah, Boomer. Where's all the friendly natives?
Ah, you wait till I hear the Boomers in town, matey. They'd ring a flaming church bell if they had one. Boomer McKye!
Come on, McKye. Say something to these people.
Yeah. Say something clever.
Hey! Lisa! Ecco! Ha! No, McKye belong me personal. Pass your 4 feet, McKye. All parts bear equal strength.
What the devil is this, Eno? You got a brick in the hat? We ain't here for joking. And be a good fella and tell them blokes to stop waving them flaming pig stickers about.
Don't make me laugh, Boomo. Got split lip.
I take it this guy's a friend of yours.
He filthy, something, nothing fellow, no got friend. He your friend, you no got friend.
Can't argue with that.
I wouldn't argue with anything these guys say.
And speaking of filthy fellas, Eno, you're a strange one. As for your short-sheeted mate here, the witch doctor, after all I've did for him.
How this for good goods, Boomo? Neat, but no goody. Nah.
Where'd that bit of shoddy come from? You never got it from me.
Are you listening, Nagurski?
Oh, yes, sir, Major. Crime does not pay.
Eno people say, okay. If we buy calico, maybe he sells sardines. We like sardines. Very good. 1 can sardine for 3 pigs. McKye say, A1 prize. Good-o.
Them sardines was brought a great distance at great expense.
1 can of sardines for 3 pigs?
Well,
New people, new fellow come along say, Japanese come, no more Boomo. Steal everything not nailed down and go. New fellow come sell calico, pretty flowers stay. Sell sardine, 1 can sardine, 1 pig. And no steal nothing.
that was just a simple misunderstanding. We've come over here to clean it up.
Too much talk. Nuka, Ugu.
Now, steady on, matey. Subject to the king and all that, you know. If you want the whole flaming British Army crawling all over your stinking little island.
Why don't you shut your stupid mouth?
Stone the flaming crows. This comes from trying to civilize a pack of flaming savages. And the best friend they ever had, too. What are you going to do with these blokes? Feed them to your scrawny pigs?
For what? They no sit us fellow yet. They no steal. They better go. Put down all your hands. You all go. Goodbye, my friend.
Look, Chief, I know you're getting ready for a nice luau, but I don't want to hold you up. We came here to get some special vines.
No vine. No boomo. But you can keep your flaming head.
Look, let's... Come here, maybe we can talk together over there. Maybe we can work something out, huh? No, the coconuts. Come here. Kid? You tell him, will you? I don't even want to talk to him.
Well, everything's okay, McKye. We've talked to your friend the chief and given him the whole rundown. Now, he's let you out on parole. And he's also going to give us those vines.
He's a nice old cup of tea. Very generous of him.
Well, not really. You see, he's getting $1.25 a pound, payable in trade goods.
And sharp as a tack for his age. Generous to the United States government, too.
Don't be coy, Boomer, huh? Come on now, don't be coy. You know that $1.25's coming out of your money.
Now, easy on, matey. Who gave you the say-so to divvy up my part of the swag?
Your swag? These are tribal vines. By right, they should be getting it all.
Right you are, matey. Abso-flamin'-lootly right. It's all their merchandise, and halves is fair. So I'll just step up to Eno and raise the flamin' ante.
Just stay away from him, Boomer. Stay away from him. You know, you could still be invited to that luau. As the main course.
Not flamin' likely. You know, I'll get it all even if I've got to give his flamin' pigs to main poisoning. Eno!
Oh,
Now,
Boomer, now don't stir him up again.
Easy. The boomer knows when he's chucked a 7. Now, listen here, you filthy old dear. Now that everything's been settled, you'll want to know what vines to cut and where's to haul them.
Shake off, Boomo. We no chop nothing. We no hold nothing. All terms FOB.
Spoken like a true flamin' monarch, with the good of his peoples at heart.
Now, easy, Digger. Remember, your deal included labor.
Easy on, matey. You don't want to get him riled up again, do you? Our blokes will be pleased to do the heavy. Now, Eno. We got a little business to attend to. You got something heavy on your hands that I can do something about, see?
Talk about the Bronx in July. It must be 120 degrees in a water bag. Hey, Captain. Huh? What do you say we take 5? The guys are pretty beat here.
Well, so am I, Chief. But with McKye wandering around with those natives, we got to get this stuff loaded before he causes more trouble.
One on the end looks alive.
Yeah, not only that, it's got a lot of hostility.
Listen, how much more of this schlock do we need?
Well, I guess we got about 6 tons. Another 2 ought to do it.
Oh, beautiful.
Sounds like we just ran out of time.
I hear that trumpet blow it. Yeah.
Listen, Major, I know we're on land and it's your baby and all that, but I think we ought to go see what's going on.
Yeah. Can't let those pigs get tow, man. Come on.
All right, fellas.
Hey, Chief.
Huh?
I'm nervous. Oh, what about them? Natives, they're always banging their drums. Sure, it's like a routine. It's like a fire drill, target practice. They do it all the time. Just before they jump you.
Hey! It's only a party.
Only a party, man. That's excuse enough. Look at the bowler. Let's go. Hey, look at this.
Get back to work. We've got to get that ship loaded and get out of here.
Oh, come on, Captain. We've been working up. Sir, maybe one little swig of that native.
I'm
come
sorry, Chief. Let's get with it. Come on, fellas.
Couldn't we?
I better go down and check it out.
I don't recall sending you no invite, but join the party anyhow.
I expected to see you on a spit with an apple in your mouth.
Not flaming likely. Hey, old Chiefy. Drink 'em, son.
You mean he's throwing you a party because you're giving him half of what was already his, huh?
There's nothing, except for 25 cents a pound, which I'm crediting to his account. Give it all to me as a present.
A going away present, huh?
A wedding present. I just married his flaming daughter. Now, where's my little angel? Little flower! Little flower in the island!
You mean you get married just to save a buck?
It's the principle of the thing, matey. The principle of the thing.
The principal being that you don't lose a dime.
All in the family, matey. All in the family. And speaking of that, seeing as how I've married into royalty, my official title from here out is His Serene Highness Prince Boomoo. Prince Boomoo. Prince Boomoo. Don't you worry about a thing, old papa. I look after the family interest. What's he flaming well doing round here?
This was one of ours.
Prepare to wave and smile, Chief.
I said, prepare to wave and smile.
Okay, Chief.
Commence waving and smiling.
How much more do we need?
We got enough. Let's hold.
Well, congratulations, Boomer. And good luck. So long.
So long nothing. I'm coming with you. Old Papa and I have decided that I'm going to go along and watch out for the family interest. Ain't I, old Papa? Right, son. Yes, that's right. And watch out for these vines. Don't weep, little flower of the island. Your Boomer will soon be back in your loving arms. It's a sacrifice what'll make me homecoming more sweet. Don't forget that. Hook up and file out of here. Goodbye, little flower. I'll be counting the days.
Hey, boys. Let's sweep up the deck and throw these tailings in the drink, huh?
Holy saffron catfish! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Are you off your flaming canoe? But that stuff's worth $3 a pound.
$3 a pound to who?
To me, you net.
$3 a pound?
To you?
Well, you know, fellas, business, me and MacArthur.
Make the ship ready for sail, Chief.
Aye, aye, sir. Let's get that hook up.
Trip back might be very interesting.
Yeah, thanks, Boomer.
Today, certain types of insurance are a must.
You know, it's a comforting thought, knowing that the nation's security is being protected by men in ships like these.
Do you remember those little signs in the buses back home? Don't talk to the driver while the bus is in motion.
Jolly Jack cars singing at their work. Reminds me of a picture I once saw. Only instead of vines, the ship was carrying little baby breadfruit trees. The captain's name was Bly. There was a mutiny.
You like movies, huh?
Yeah. Used to see a lot of them, too, when I was in the Army.
In a few days, you can put your old Army suit on again. I'd consider it a favor if you'd see all the movies in Brisbane.
The first thing I'm going to do when we get to Brisbane is to walk down the dock and kick the front end of your boat in.
Good. I'd get you out of the Navy and me out of the Army.
Couple of dreamers, aren't we? Hey, here comes the Quinine King.
Good morning, Sparks. You're looking uncommonly well. And how are you bright lads this morning? Happy in your work?
I mean, what's money? To some people, it's important. To some, it ain't.
You're right, Chief. The way I see it, what good is money if you ain't going to be around to enjoy it?
Tyler, easy with all that garbage. You'll bring every shark in the ocean.
Oh, I thought that was the idea, Chief. How many did you have in mind?
Oh, one real mean one is enough if to keep them hungry.
Boomer, what would you like me to do? Issue out an order that all hands are to be pleasant to Mr. McKye?
The pleasantries I'm talking about. It's me flaming neck. Them blokes out there are all for throwing the poor old boomer to the flaming sharks. If they don't poison him first with every blasted cup of coffee they hands him.
Why, you're not the only one that feels that way about Tyler's coffee.
Now, look, Captain, I knows a mutiny when I sees one. I've been in enough. And that weren't no puff of wind that dropped the mainsail the other day.
Boomer, they were bringing it down for repairs.
Yeah. 2 flaming inches from me flaming head. Now, look, sir, all I'm saying is it ain't fair. 'Tweren't my fault, but them poor blokes had to do all the hard toil. It was the natives what should have done it.
Now, listen, McKye. Those men aren't branched off about work. They work hard. What they don't like is the feeling that they've been had. You know, they didn't join the Navy just to pick cotton in a whole corn to make you rich.
Rich? Bless my soul, Captain. The money never entered me head.
I know. All you're thinking about is suffering humanity.
Well, bless their dear hearts. If there's any little thing I can do to set it to rights, I do it. I do it in the blowing of a match. Now look, blokes. I like a lot, but I ain't never been greedy. Now supposing after we get back, I should give you blokes a cut of the cake. Now that'd make us all mates again, wouldn't it?
Hey, Chief, I think I hear an offer. It's awfully vague, though.
Well, Hollis, what do you figure a cut of the cake means? Is that a piece of the profits, like a percentage, or what?
Oh, I'll tell you the truth, I couldn't care
Well,
less.
of course, after we got back, we'd have to work out what the percentage would be.
Ever notice, Chief, anybody who talks about money later talks only guts. Real money talks right now.
That's right, Nagurski.
Well, now, I suggest a straight percentage of 2 cents in the pound to split up among you.
Hey, Hollis, I'm hearing things. Did I hear 2 cents a pound?
Did you think I said 2 cents? I meant 3 cents. Now, how's that for handsome?
Hey, Tyler, how's that garbage holding out?
More sharks than garbage. Excuse me. Want some coffee?
No, thanks. Now, fair go, blokes. Leave a little bit for the boomer. After all, I'm a married man now, and I got my problems. My little Tondaleo, she eats a walloping great swag of them flaming sardines.
You know, fellas, I keep hearing these bleeding heart stories. Then I realize that charity begins at home. I mean, you stop to think. In times like this, there's poor slobs that are slaving for 68 cents a day.
Why, that's inhuman, matey. Who are these poor miserable coots?
These guys, you flaming drongo. At 21 bucks a month, you figure it out.
Are you listening to that?
Well, even if they got the money, they couldn't keep it.
Well, they could always turn it over to Army Relief.
Navy relief.
Okay, Army-Navy Relief. Huh?
8 cents a pound, a man says. Does anybody like the sound of 8 cents?
Anyone like 9?
Why don't we begin the bidding with a good round figure, like 10 cents? A dime. The 10th part of a dollar. Do I hear 10 cents?
Stone the crows, Miller. That's over 400 flaming quid.
10 cents. 10 cents. What do I hear?
Tip up the starboard bow!
Starboard, you boot!
What does it look like?
Japanese Coastal Patrol.
Oi, Takadro! Stop!
Hey, what are them papers for?
Well, they say that we're harmless Swiss traders.
Score. Scored. The scored. That's good. Scored.
以上殿報告します。
それはなんだ？
ああ、何か知りませんが、船底いっぱい積み込んでいます。
ああ。少し。これはなんだ？それは何するんですかね？
I don't know. We picked it up at... Pereira. Vichy France, Modèle Coup.
これまだあるはずだね。
Qui sera?
これ調べほかにはないですね。これ僕の船に乗るほかにはないですね。仕方がないですが、すまないがね。
じゃあ、船に移しましょうか。
さあ、これミノボコの船に乗せるんです。あ。
What's the deal?
He's one of those guys who goes by the books. Strictly GI. Channels are channels. He's got no orders covering us or the cargo.
What's he expect us to do? Burst into flames?
Easy, easy. He says it's contraband, they're going to take it.
Take it? They can't do that. It's mine. Hey, that's stealing. Over.
Look, if you must run off the mouth, try to do it in Swiss, huh? He says he'll give us a memorandum receipt for Vichy.
Well, that's just great.
All right, you fearless Vikings, let's go. Down the basement, get all that stuff and put it in a gunboat. You too, Boomer, lend a hand, huh?
Hey, take it easy with that stuff.
Hold it. Let's put some of that stuff on these gasoline drums. Throw a few on these shells, too.
Strain yourself there, Boomer.
Right behind you, matey. Watch the merchandise.
Hey, kid.
Yeah.
Thought we'd may not get to Tokyo after all.
Is that a hope or you got a plan?
It's surrounded by some high-octane gasoline. I mean, the situation does have possibilities.
Yeah, but don't forget about Harry there.
Oh. You don't speak English, do you? Stupid, huh? Ego.
僕少しポーチギス話します
Ah, good. No, he says he speaks a little Portuguese, though. Hey, Beiju.
そうですか
All right.
Last load?
And the best. Hey, Bronco, divert that floor walker for me, will you? Got to do.
Ah, boy. Ah, kami maki tabako. Cigaretto.
You want one?
Arigato. Zippo. Arigato.
Use it in good health. You miserable nose gut.
All right, kid, hit the road.
Mike, we have to make up the flaming receipt, kid.
I'll tell you what, Boomer. We'll let them mail it to us, huh? Come on.
Shokun, Giotto. Aisatsu sende. Kaitan ja kiga sumanai.
What's his problem?
Wants to know what the hurry is. He doesn't want us to go away mad.
How much time we got left?
9 minutes.
俺が言ったことを悪く思えないし。
Oh, yes. なれでしょう。
スタンリー、素晴らしい酒があるんだよ。一杯やったらどうですかね？
Aye. He said the sun's over the yardarm and he's got some excellent Japanese scotch.
We've only got 7 minutes.
Look, I don't know what sort of pledge you know your toes are taking, but when somebody says whiskey to me, it's 8 bells right then and there. Hey, この方、私と一杯やるんだよ。Come fight.
Well, they're putting it where the flies can't get at it.
Have some friends.
I wish I was one of them.
こういう臭いものは使い道があるかね。
What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say?
Still can't understand what we're doing with that weed. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Now wait on. You know of a better place to spend a hot summer afternoon? Have you got a bottle of this aboard that buckety old tub of yours?
You're right, Boomer. We might as well take advantage of a good situation. To the one that got away.
To the one that got away.
Is that just a hard liquor? Sake, keeps from forgetting. 3 minutes. Sayonara. Say hello to all your ancestors for me.
Can't this canoe go any faster?
Haiku. Haiku.
Bakulanda! 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 Chuseo!
Haiku. Seemed like the only thing we could do, sir, to keep the enemy from getting it.
They got done over, that's what. They got it where Maggie wore the beads.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can go back for some more of that stuff as soon as we take on supplies.
Now, that's the spirit. We got wooden ships and iron men. The old esprit de corps, high hopes, and the will to win. When do we up anchor, mateys?
I don't think that'll be necessary, gentlemen. Can't spend the rest of the war having you people pull up vines and the enemy take them away from you.
Now, wait a minute. These just ain't ordinary vines that we people have been pulling. My earth, no. They're fair drink of medication for the poor blokes what got the fever.
Be that as it may, Mr. McKye.
I can't help but notice, sir. You know, both you and the general, you look like...
Have you got a case of jaundice?
No. But that's what we wanted to talk to you about. You'll be seeing a lot of this from now on. Just side effect from a new medicine everybody has to take now.
Medicine?
Yes, Mr. McKye. It's a drug called atabrine, and it's remarkably effective in preventing malaria. Thanks for your trouble, Mr. McKye. Now, if you gentlemen will excuse us.
Hey, now, wait on, you blokes. Wait on.
I'm telling you.
There's a lot of other islands up there that grow them vines.
Look, we could go back for another load. Say, $2 a pound?
Forget it, Boomer. Come on. Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
I got no flaming time for no flaming drinks. There must be some use for them vines. Hey, Randall, wait on a minute. Hang here.
How about that? He turned down a free drink.
I'm surprised you didn't ask for the money.
Major, I've been giving a little thought to that matter about the drinks, and, well, I'd like to suggest that we, Good on you, sport. I'll see you later, like, eh? Come on, I'll buy you a drink. At a nice, quiet little place I know on the outskirts of town.
Where?
The Red Cross.